Welcome back, everybody. So in today's video, I'm just going to kind of go over a round of VHS. I'm going to have it sort of just playing in the background here while I just kind of give you the basic feel of what a round feels like to play. I'm not going to go over word for word what everybody's doing to the T, but I'm going to kind of give you a basic what it feels like while you're playing as both the killer or monster and the teen survivor. So starting off, you're going to be you have two options. You can either go straight to a crafting table to start building a weapon, or you can go hide somewhere to see where the killer is going to be, because sometimes he'll come visit your crafting table first. So you might want to hide nearby, let the monster pass, and then get on the crafting table when you know it's a little bit safer. So in this instance, the monster finds the teen right away, like not even a chance to really think about it. When you do get found by the monster in the beginning of a match, I'd go ahead and say it's safe to say there's really not much you can do about it. I do wish there was a little bit more play in the chase, but there's really, if you unless you can do a 360 or some kind of loop, there's not really much going on in the in between of the chase. You're most likely just gonna have to draw it out as long as you can and get hit. If you're lucky, you'll be able to hide maybe around a corner or do a sneaky thing and get away, but the chances for that for a good monster. Now, for monsters beginning out, you might be able to turn a corner and hide real quick. They'll keep going past. But for a very adamant veteran monster, they're going to turn the corner and realize that, hey, you're not there anywhere ahead of them, so you must have either hid somewhere or turned back around and went in another direction, and they are going to alter their pathing and turn around and most likely see you if you're hiding somewhere, or they're just going to turn around and chase you some more. They can hear you running. So there is not too much in between chases. Most of the time you will be caught and you will be hit. That is not the end be all, though, of a chase. Even if you get downed, there's still, plenty of opportunity for you to get back up, still retaliate, get your weapon built, and continue as you would with the other teens in trying to take down the monster. So don't think of it as the end of the world when you do get found first and you get downed. It doesn't mean you're going to die. Now, this is all at the beginning of a match, what I'm referring to. Now, if this same thing happens kind of towards the middle or the end parts of a match, chances are you can bait the monster into another teen's attack. So if you get chased and it feels hopeless and you don't have a weapon for whatever reason, you can bait the monster into running into a certain area. You got to listen for your teammates. If they don't have microphones, watch their pings. You can run to their pings. They'll be able to jump out as you're being chased and hit the monster with a weapon. You're saved, or if they don't quite get it, it'll at least slow the monster down enough to where you can get away. And this is kind of the way you would get away from the monsters, by counting on your friends to come out with weapons and stall the beast or give him a stigma hit. This is essentially what pallets would be, in the game, because there is no other way to stall the monster unless you're just jumping through a window or something like that. Or you get your own weapon built, and then there you go. There's a way to either hit the monster, slow him down, give him caution, or to go ahead and give him that stigma hit.
Are you kidding me?
And basically what I've described there, that's the main meat and potatoes of the game. So, there's a little meta in between, the monsters having their mutations or their alterations to their perk system, the teens having their perks, and so the various weapons doing different things. The monsters have their own abilities, which can be altered to be kind of a different build from any other monster. And with all of that mixed together, that creates the back and forth. So, baiting the monster, building weapons to give the monster caution, to make them unsure of what move they should make, keep them on their toes. Everybody's thinking on both sides. So the survivors are thinking, what is the monster going to do next to try to either ambush or catch us off guard? And additionally, the monster is also thinking the same thing because there are moments when the survivors catch the monster off guard and now the monster's running from the teens. The situation of where the monster is half running, but at the same time of retreat, they are also thinking about their next move to attack. So that kind of works both ways. The monster is constantly trying to get the survivors into a vulnerable state so they don't have weapons. So the layers of pressure are a little bit more intense for the survivors, keeping the weapons out of their hands. So obviously, the more teens have more weapons, the more pressure the monster player is going to feel, and then it's going to be very intense unless they can figure a way to bait them into attacking, or bait them into running when they shouldn't, or getting them to do just making the wrong move so you can come in and attack. It becomes a mind game. And to me, that is the fun part of the game in itself, and how the meat and potatoes of the gameplay will work as you start to get into it. The weapons that you do use as a teen, they don't trigger off right away. A lot of them have a wind up. You'll have to figure out the timing on that. So there is a strategy to using these weapons. Each one feels different to use than the other. To add to that, the monsters have their strategies as well with their abilities. Each side takes practice to get used to. So you're not going to see teens just popping off weapons and hitting the monster super accurately all the time until they get a handle on exactly how their weapon works and the right situation to use it. Because if you, again, like I said in a previous video, if you use a weapon when he's too close, you're going to get hit, which cancels it out in a stun. And if he's too far away, he's going to retreat and you're going to waste your weapon. He'll bait it out, and then you waste your weapon and you have to go build a new one. So then again, there is more of the mind game, more of the back and forth that goes on. The vending machines, if you didn't catch a past video, that adds another layer to it. The soda will give you a burst of speed. The candy bars will give you some of your health back. You can additionally bring yourself back from the wounded state if no teens are nearby to help you out. So then you'd walk over to one of the med cabinets on the walls and get yourself out of the wounded state. And as well, if there is too much time passed where no one is getting hit, the monster's not getting hit, a teen's not getting hit, a rift will appear, and either the monster can go capture that rift or the teens can go capture the rift. So that gives you a race to the rift, and whoever gets it will be able to see the other team highlighted for the amount of time of whoever gets hit first beyond that point. So if the monster captures the rift, he can see all the survivors, and it does not cool down. I'm pretty sure it doesn't cool down. You just see them until one of you gets hit. Either the monster or survivor gets hit, then the effects of the rift will die out. And again, additionally, the survivors, if they capture the rift, they will be able to see the monster and go hunt him down. And whoever gets the hit, then the effects of the rift will die out. To deepen the gameplay layers even more, there are some weapon types where you have to spend time charging them on the killer itself, or panels around the environment, or off of other teams. And you have to do this before you can fire it off and actually use it. I won't give away what those are. I'll leave it up to you guys to find those out and save it as a surprise. But it really, like, the weapon types and the way you use each weapon and the ways you can mod them, it really does mix the game up a lot. Makes it very interesting. I think a lot of you will like the way the back and forth feels once you get out of that defenseless state at the beginning of a match. And that sort of covers the basic way a match will feel when you're playing as a teen or a monster. All of these things that I just mentioned play out in different ways, match to match. It never feels samey. You always have encounters in different points of the map, the way where the teens are, where they're located, where everybody's placed, the strategy. And it's pretty exciting how a match can be executed match to match. It just feels fun to play. It really does. I'll see you guys in the next video. for VHS. Probably the next one will be when it's actually out in beta and I'm able to play with you guys. Have a good one. Bye bye.